Just react to the last big Hearthstone tournament and point out misplays from big players. Try calling them names as well. Your view count will spike.
So you're saying to appeal to chat and YouTube comments, I must become chat and YouTube comments. That's perfect. Thank you, Janae. All right. Look at this beaut. All right, folks, the deck is Tempo Sludge Warlock. The goal of the deck is to generate a bunch of sludges, put them at the bottom of our deck, play a broken 4-mana 7/7 in Waste Remover so that we blast our opponent in the face with them. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can catch me live at twitch.tv/Roffle or here on YouTube.
This is the final nerf that Dragon Druid deserved. But at what cost?
It costs everything. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can catch me live at twitch.tv/Roffle or here on YouTube. Thank you, Well, for the bits. All right. Let's see how many classic and basic cards we we encounter. Every time I do a heroic Brawliseum, I regret it because I just end up bullying people. Oh, I also... Oh, never mind. I just keep a Forge of Wills. This is a pretty good hand for being aggressive, being aggressive.
It's completely safe. Just don't spill it.
Let's play the Imp and then Frack on 3.
And now, the premiere act. Job done.
I'll take that.
And now, the premiere act.
People at YouTube, please rewatch the video at least 5 times. Would love to see your take on Legends of Runeterra. Trying out something new seems to end up doing well, but I'm not the streamer activity make it impossible for Roffle to sustain his main business.
Ooh, that was a nightmare. Thank you to both Janae and Ren. There may be a time when I try out Legends of Runeterra, but it is not this moment. But thank you for the super chat, and thank you, Janae, as well.
Oh god, the voices in my head have made it into the internet. Make it stop, make it stop, make it stop.
Yeah. That's exactly the internal monologue I had going on during all that, but thank you both for the support. Gonna miss Ruffles Duels videos. There'll probably be more until it gets deleted, or at least until the mini set comes out. So it's not fully the end of Duels content yet.
Hey YouTube stream viewers. Nobody likes you. Brian is
Jeez.
ours.
That's a little rough, isn't it? It's mostly uncalled for. Bonk! Yeah, that's a big ol' Finley. But thank you, Janae. Boy, I sure do dislike that card, don't I? That's true of any format, though. Really?
I do say, I seem to have lost the circuit. The overture is upon us.
Look at this 0 mana 7/9. So heckin' broken.
Can we get one Dragon Druid run where you have to take a sip of alky every time you summon a dragon?
I'd like to not punish my liver in that manner. Thank you, Top Deck Lethal. I want to be able to go here into here next turn is the idea.
That was an error.
Don't have grease in some sludge.
Wait guys, that's why he's been having us run deliveries all this time. He's preparing for the even shaman win streak drinking game time and needs a few spares.
It's true. Thank you, Collie. Yeah, what do you think I've been selling these livers? I've been stockpiling them.
Maybe it's finally time to quit streaming and open that beach bar on the Philippines.
Yeah, we could sell the livers and then solve that problem that way. Do I have any outs? Maybe if I hit exactly Poop Jar. That would have been a good card to draw sooner in the turn.
Any problem?
Oh, that probably would have been lethal, right? Had I tap first. Will mercenary stay? As far as I know.
Once that space station starts generating revenue, we won't need duels.
True. I look forward to that day. One damage off legal here. Zero damage off legal here. Actually, -1 damage off legal. True. All right, we didn't get the the dreaded O2 drop. Roffle could just become CEO of Blizzard and reverse their duels decision. I've heard they're in need of a new one. Those are shoes I do not want to fill. I want no part of.
Off versus Malfurion.
I must protect the wild.
I feel your roots in the deep, awakening the nightmare.
I don't know what the keeps are for this, but maybe I should have looked harder for a 1-drop on the play.
It's completely safe. Just don't spill it.
Okay, so we just go here.
And now the premiere act.
Just because it challenges that. But Treant Druid is very strong. That was almost the deck that I was going to play, but I don't know. This one looked a little more fun.
Well met.
Really bummed about the news. Your duels content has been an absolute blast. Regardless, thank you for all your content, and duels or not, we still support less than three. Much love.
I appreciate that, Knuckles. I'm gonna miss duels too, but I appreciate the support. Wow, this is a good set of draws, isn't it? I don't get why it's called Treant when there aren't any ants, just trees. The trees, or the ants are in the trees, obviously. Like, I don't like the board clear in this spot. So I think we lead with this and see what we run into. Probably do want to murder these trees. Because we're seeing double natural causes, so the spell damage isn't that concerning, but like cultivation is. Alright, we just need to find the bop car.
Well met.
R.I.P. duels.
Rip indeed. Thank you, Jimmy, for the 11 months. Is this the cultivation? Okay. This is not ideal. Tyro, thank you for the sub. Step first for a change.
Just use more. Just use more.
Just trying to find the crescendo if I can and play around. Oh, I don't like that order at all. Play around cultivation to the best of my ability. Yeah. This it's pretty intrusive in terms of I really need the AoE damage here, don't I? Or face damage. If I had gone face and just committed to the game plan, that would have been lethal there. Do I have 3 sludges down there? What's the bottom of my deck? Where's the bottom of my deck? I don't know. No, it's not. Because I just shuffled. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, I'm glad I didn't rely on the, Tradable shuffled earlier. Tradable doesn't shuffle, but the Symphony does. Should be GG still.
We're gonna be rich.
Thankfully they're keeping my favorite mode, Mercenaries, which has literally dozens of bots playing it.
Yeah, everybody's favorite game mode remains intact. Wait, where did that come from? Why am I having such a hard time finding where the alerts are right now? Oh, I know why. Thank you, Stups, for the tip. Appreciate that. Sorry about the confusion. Still not used to the multi-streaming just yet. All right. Anytime you can't find the alert, just assume it's a tip. Yeah, that's fair. I need to clean up my plays a bit as we go further. It's been kind of messy.
All eyes shall be opened.
Let's go with the Salesman since it doesn't just get eaten by the weapon. Unfortunately, this does mean that we're not going to get great fracking or waste remover value. Our Snake Oil in deck, it's a very good card, is why we have it in our deck. Probably use the coin on one of the 4s, just chain 4s for now, I think. There's no real strong benefit to, like, just running this guy out. Could also just discard the Snake Oil. Probably do the thing that gets me the most stats right now. Which is this thing. I need to... Wait, does it not discard the lowest cost one? A spell. Oh god. It's not a trolley problem.
Alright chat, here's what we do. Go to your local thrift store. Purchase the largest television you can afford, preferably CRT. The screen size doesn't matter, the weight does. Then we threaten to squish the shareholders' Porsches until they reinstate duels.
Okay, that's maybe the first suggestion that might actually work. Thank you, Kali. Alright, we are unfortunately falling behind, which is what we want to avoid. But this is probably not the best matchup for what this deck is doing just because of the shuffling. So, in that regard, like losing the fracking isn't the end of the world.
Our gift of the arcane enlightens us.
Those are not great options for what I needed there.
have earned an eternity of torment.
My pain doesn't compare to your plague.
Kind of taking a lot of damage right now. Guess that helps.
Completely safe. Just don't stick.
Sad to see duels go, just as you inspired me to get into it again, Tram.
Yeah, me too. Sorry about that, Gavender.
The Herbiture is upon us.
But thank you for the bits.
We only need one.
Jeez. Just getting obliterated right now. I really needed the 6 damage to all, but now that unfortunately kills me. How do I survive this? Popgar? Which one is this? Could go here into here. Or I could just die. Bummer.
On a positive note, the standard rotation is happening soon, and that's what made me start watching Hearthstone again.
Yeah, that's true. And the 10-year anniversary is coming soon, so hopefully they do something big for that.
Use in the deep, awakening the nightmare.
This is a much better play than just ripping the Finley with this hand, because like the Crescendo is actually quite good. So is the Crescendo though.
And now, the premiere.
I think frequently the opponent is the aggressor in this matchup, so we just play with that in mind. This isn't a great Crescendo yet, so let's see if we can find one, but I still don't want to Finley it away. There we go. Bottom of my deck isn't yet active. Okay, this is starting to look more like a Crescendo turn.
The overture is upon us.
Not yet. Tempo good.
The strong flourish. It's only natural.
One of those cards is the coin.
Hearken your doom.
This is more about paving the way for the pop guard next turn.
Hearken your doom.
Easy. Next year's content has to be very good or they'll lose a lot of players. I think that's true of every year. And I think people have been saying that for probably like
Versus Malfurion.
close to 7 years now.
I feel your roots in the deep, awakening the nightmare.
Let's look for a 1-drop. And miss.
And now, the premiere act. Job done.
This not Treant Druid? I don't want to get rid of the Crescendo.
It's completely safe. Just don't spill it.
And now, the premiere act. Follow
So it's probably Dragon Druid, right? So these big Crescendos are going to be important, as could the Symphony. Yeah. Everyone's favorite deck. This is big enough for a Dragon Golem now.
Follow my lead. Follow my lead.
But I guess they're not even at the point where Dragon Golem is playable without an Innervate.
Our gift of the arcane enlightens us.
You just posted a video on the duel's death and has pinned a comment to send viewers your way in light of it. I'm not sure you knew. I did not know, but that's incredibly kind of him. Which also not surprising.
Harken your doom! Follow my lead! I concede.
Yeah, I miss lethal with the pucker. Yeah, the reason for the pin comment is not so that people don't ask questions, it's so that I'm not answering. I spent the first like 30 minutes of the stream answering those questions, so it's not fair to the people that have already heard the answers to continue hearing them for the next 3 to 4 hours. Nor is it fair for the VOD viewers to hear them on repeat for the next 3 to 4 hours. Feels like a perfectly reasonable thing to do.
There's off versus the Lich King!
Will serve
Roffle got me hooks on duels. Now they are removing it to do something about it. Do you think if that I could do something about it? I would. Don't you think that if I could do something about it, I would? I can assure you, the impact is probably larger on me than on you. Let's get the sludgy boy going. Yeah, with the fracking. Oh god, it's Plague Death Knight again though.
Don't have reach. Use some sludge.
This would have been a nice draw.
Candle Mudslider.
We do a little fracking.
Sorry, Squishy, I'm working.
Maybe I'm the only one, but DK seems too powerful to me. I hope rotation will nerf it. I think it's very probable it is just you. I don't think that it's a strong class in any format outside of maybe Arena right now.
Job done.
You now take mandible.
Do we just delete the fracking for now? The alternative is that I make pretty gross trades here. Now we just need a pop go. I don't think Sins does much there. What would the good outcome be off of Symphony? Yeah, just the... Whoa! The plus 6/6 is the best. Did they need to do that for, like, lethal prevention? No, we got the good thing.
One dose solves any problem.
Sets up for a Crescendo next turn. And we're way ahead of the Primus here. Purge.
All life must end.
Alright, 5 wins despite some messy plays. I've not been hero powering a lot, have I?
Nazar versus Malfurion.
I must protect the wild. I feel your roots in the deep, awakening the nightmare.
Tram Man into Sludge, which makes the waste remover better. So anyone suggested that resources are being diverted to making Twist well supported. That is some incredible copium. I would not expect that, no. Is that the sapling card?
Time waits for no one.
Oh. Like, this must be Treant Druid if they're just ripping the aquatic form on repeat, right? They should know whether or not they have an... Okay, it is Treant. But they still kind of should have had an idea as to whether or not they're going to get a pull there. I think we coin this and set up for a disposal into Fracking next turn. But we essentially have a good idea of what to do here, right? We take trees off the board as much as we can so that there aren't trees on the board. Want to do this first. Get this miraculous boil.
It's completely safe. Just don't spill it.
And this sets up for the waste remover next turn. Just chopping some wood? No, we're burning it down with acid. Took longer to admit to realize this isn't duels. Forgot Sludge isn't a duels thing. I mean, it is though. left with one tree on the board.
We all exist in harmony.
I spent enough to buy a used car on Hearthstone just so I could play duels. My wife is going to kill me.
You can just blame me, it'll be fine. Thank you though, Weaponized Ketchup. Sorry about the impending divorce, unless you're a Doug viewer, in which case, congratulations. We know they have the cultivation and healing, right? As a result of that flower child. Cultivation, probably just, whoa! Right, of course.
Follow my lead.
Should be in a good spot from here. Notably, we have cards and the opponent doesn't. That's generally a good thing in a card game.
And now, the premiere act. Me!
I do say, I seem to have lost the circuit.
That's part of the reason why we made this play, was to make the waste remover useful again.
I concede.
I mean, I guess we sort of broke even, but we gotta keep going, right? I'll be right back. I need to get some water.
Keep making stuff. I will keep watching it. Like your take on things as much as the game I am watching. Thanks for great entertainment. Wow.
Well met.
Kravin Marto became a By My Beard member.
I appreciate that, Tatsan Games. Both you swinging by and Regis. Are you curious about the idea of treasures in Arena? I mean, it's going to make me play Arena. I imagine Arena players probably don't like it.
Nezah versus Lunara.
The forest fights back.
I feel your roots in the deep, awakening the nightmare.
I've been seeing a lot of tree druids, so I feel like having a Crescendo on hand is a good idea.
Hey chat, don't tell Roffle, but for his birthday I used my monkey's paw to make duels the most discussed gamma mode in Hearthstone today. I'm so excited to see his reaction.
Oh, thank you so much, Collie.
Sending bits for chat's group therapy. Going to watch your content even harder now.
Is that how do you do that? How do you, I'm a little concerned. How does that affect me? But thank you, Weaponized Ketchup.
It's completely
Void
safe.
Virtuoso not running the stack. No. I'm no coward. There's also been no use for it. I need to get this to 2 is the problem. Which I don't yet have the capacity to do. Okay.
It's only
If arena players don't like the treasures, maybe they can make a new mode for the treasures instead. Maybe where you can also build your own deck before the run and get cards in between matches.
I like that idea. Thank you, Onu. We should suggest that to Blizzard. All right, this looks like a rip. We needed the imp, not the conductors here.
The overture is upon us.
Maybe they like trip and fall and accidentally trade here. I guess we also do have the poop jar into Crescendo. If we survive this turn somehow. Nope. But like dealing 2 damage to this board didn't really accomplish much. Can we still blame Bobby? I think if you asked Bobby Kotick, I don't know if that's how you say his name, but I don't care, to describe what Hearthstone was, he probably couldn't do that. So, generally, with this type of thing, the responsibility lies below somebody like Bobby, but well above the people that you have access to and whose names you know. Bobby probably doesn't even know Hearthstone exists. He knows that it's a line item on the financial reports, I'm sure. All of that said, yes, absolutely. Let's go ahead and at least give him some of the blame because he sucks. So, well, I don't think he's necessarily to blame for this particular decision. I don't care if you if you want to blame him because, again, he deserves your ire.
Nezah versus Anhilda.
Eternity draws nearer.
All eyes shall be opened.
That's it looks like a lot of sludge. Bobby Kotick Maiden endorsed a culture that drove. I mean, yeah, at a certain point, like all responsibility goes upwards, right? That's part of being a leader. But that bad culture started before Activision took over too. Is something to consider. It was prevalent within Blizzard even before. It just maybe exacerbated when Activision took over.
Don't have grease, use some sludge.
This is a pretty good draw for this matchup.
It's completely safe.
Or at least it feels like it is. Blizzard seems to be slower to come out of the 90s, 2000s work all a culture common in the industry. I think that's probably just true of the gaming industry as a whole, isn't it? Because there's always people with passion that they can just churn through, you know? I think I want to save the coin for the pop car now. I think maybe, like, there are obviously modern exceptions. Like, I hear Amazon Game Studios has better balance. Like, seems like maybe Riot does as well, but they had some issues for a long while. So, like, they're certainly not exempt. But they seem to be doing, or making an effort to do better lately, but I don't really follow it that much.
Alright crew, here's what we do. Everyone go out and buy Zunes, then maybe Papa Microsoft will give us back our duels.
I miss the Zune. Try and find the second Fracking or the 4-mana 7/7. Oh, we tried.
Solves any problem.
I'll just go here into here. Unless we hit that 4-mana 7/7. That gets me the pop car. Told you.
premiere act. Me! The overture is upon us.
Okay. Have seen sanitize already, or at least one of them. Unfortunately, they wouldn't even need to forge the second one for it to be a clear here. There's that card again. Yeah, let's start trading these. See if we can get Crescendo. It's not looking good though. It's not a good card here. Guess we tap. Okay. I'm a little concerned about my life total if they just have an Odin here.
Amuse me with your tales of victory.
And that's why.
Boy howdy, that genie sure was hard of hearing, but it was worth the trouble to make sure no one else gets popcorn lung from vaping. It can only be a good thing to get rid of jewels.
Oh, thank you, Collie. Alright. That was a bit of a messy round. Could have gone better, but I could have played better as well. So I guess technically that's like the break even, that's 700. It's a little bit better than break even, right? Because dust and gold are essentially interchangeable. So what, that's 940. Yeah, it's a little bit over the 1,000 gold worth of value that I put in. And I need the packs anyway for the mini set, since I've got a surplus of packs. But still, should have said this at the beginning. I do not recommend you spend your gold on the heroic Brawliseum. It is not worth it. You will lose. And it will go poorly for you, so. The EV is bad. That's not a test. That's not an assessment of your skill as a player. It's just bad EV.